Welcome back to the channel. This is the monthly update on the new UniFi products released in the month of November 2025 and the new products coming in December. If you're new here, my name is Bogdan Ciperni, founder of Apex One IT. We do networking and security. If you need a consultation, click the link in the video description. Let's start with what's been released in the last month. First, the doorbell light. Now, you probably saw this already. We talked about it before, but in November, it was actually released. So the white one and then the black one as well. The black one looks even more sleek because you can't tell where that camera is, but it is, I won't repeat all the details, but it is a 2K doorbell, single camera there, and it works off of PoE only. So the real kind of decision whether or not you're going to get this doorbell or for a customer is how easy it is to install or pull PoE to the location. So I'll have my video linked up on the screen where you can see what it takes. And there's somewhat of a difficult installation, so you can see that, or a full review of the doorbell as well. And then we saw the G6 Pro turret, and then they released the white one they just released, and then the black one's coming. Okay, so this is like G6 Pro is like the top of the line, what used to be, they have sometimes called the AI turret, but the G6 Pros, in general, anytime you see that like G6 Pro Dome, these are top of the line, right? So they have your edge recording, for example, the blue ring light that activates with motion spotlight, the largest image sensor that you can have. Okay, so that's these ones. And so the white one for $479 is available right now, and the black one's coming in January, but it's also has the optical zoom, okay, 2.3x. And this is the device bridge switch. You might have seen it in my UCW recap video, but it's kind of, you can think about it as, a Wi-Fi 7, 6 gigahertz access point plus a PoE switch, 7 2.5 gig PoE plus, and 1 additional 10 gig PoE plus. Now, it's not an access point in the sense that you're not connecting, wireless devices like your phone to this. It's just to bridge your wirelessly to another UniFi wireless access point that you may have. And so that way, if there's some difficult location that you can't pull cable to, but you really need, fast, high throughput, which this can achieve, right? Then this is what that device is for. So for example, right, you can have PoE cameras and, 10 ports to go off of. You can put a NAS off of this, but also it has PoE budget. They're all PoE plus, but it comes with a 60-watt adapter in the box, the smaller unit, and that gives you 35 watts across all the ports. But you can upgrade for $80 more. Right now you're looking at $380 to the 210-watt adapter, and that should give you up to 185 watts, plenty of power off of these ports. And it also supports VLANs, all that good stuff. And these are the same adapters that came with like the Ultra Switch. So you might even have one already that you might use instead. Next, we have several devices that were announced or just announced, and they're coming out, or they should come out this month in December. First is the AI Multi-Sensor 4. You can think of it as 4 cameras in there. And all these little modules in there, they move around. And I actually have, when I was at the UWC conference, I do have they had it on display. You could see it. So if you want to see that, I'll have it up for you on the screen. If you want to look a little bit more details, what that looks like. But we reviewed this in the previous videos in this channel. So I won't go into detail but just to tell you that the black version and the white one is slated to come out in December. And there's no price on it yet. Okay, then the G6 Pro Dome. So the white one's already been out, and the black one here is just slated to be released as well. Again, this is the G6 Pro series. So it's, a $500 camera. It has the optical zoom, basically the best of the best. And then the device bridge IoT. So this little guy is very interesting. It's actually essentially the size. This is like AirPods Pro right here, right? It's really that size, plus a small, tiny little antenna. You can also extend it if you need, better coverage somewhere. So it has an Ethernet port to get your kind of legacy device online connected to your network that may not have Wi-Fi. That's what this is for. And all that comes in here, in the box is essentially this device plus a couple of mounting options. But you have to supply, either USB-C power or there's a DC power socket in there. So this comes in at $49, and you might be thinking, what's different about this? We do have the device bridge already. That's $100. But this has PoE output right here, so up to 15 watts. And it also has a power supply, I know, built in. Otherwise, it is very similar. And well, this is also a 1 gig connection. This one is actually not the IoT. It's less than that. You know, that's what it's for. So it's a nice little guy to get some old thing somewhere way out there that you need on your network via Wi-Fi with this guy. And to add to the SuperLink devices, we did have this guy announced, the motion sensor. It now has a date of December 2025. So you can see there's various ways, corner mount, just surface, top of the door, right? Makes sense. But it's your guy that connects to the SuperLink gateways, right? With their proprietary kind of super long range, whatever thing they're using, some kind of very long range, up to 1.2 miles is what their estimating line of sight. And no price on this one yet. Along with that one, we do have the glass break sensor. Same idea, but this is just for glass breaking. And you can tell it's kind of a tall device. And that's because it's running, two batteries in there. This will be a fun one to test for someone. So detect the glass type. You can read all that if you need to see the details. But I wonder if someone has, we'll have to pick up some glass and really test this. That'll be interesting. Hopefully it comes in, it should be something like that, 39, maybe $50, I think, for those sensors, just like the entry sensor that's already been out, but we'll see. And finally, we have the 12U rack cabinet. Technically, it's actually 6 different products here that we're looking at. So first, for 280, and this is the smallest size, it's a 450 millimeter kind of depth cabinet, right here, this measurement. So that your smallest kind of, some larger devices really won't fit in there. You'll have to double check. But the slimmest one, and it has the option here of a glass door or a perforated door, front door, right? So that's your glass one, and they're all 12U. So you have 12 spaces of your standard, 1.75 inch spaces there. And kind of the crazy thing with this one, what they're trying to do is ship it assembled, fully assembled, right? Wall mount rack with built-in fans. Okay, so this saves you a bunch of time on installation. I mean, this could take like an hour sometimes to, okay, maybe less than an hour, but to assemble these guys. And it does have built-in fans. I just wonder if they're as annoying, how controllable they're going to be. Because some of these, it's probably going to be those same, something like 120 millimeter, whatever they are, pre-installed fan modules. So I wonder what options we'll have to control those. But it reminds me very similar to this one that I've been installing, is the nav point, I don't know, 12U network cabinets. I mean, I installed this specific one even. But you see it has glass door, it's lockable, just like the UniFi one. And then the side panels are removable as well, and it's in white. Okay, so when I was searching for a white network cabinet, this was it. This version I don't think has... Yeah, the white versions from them don't have the fans built in, but they do have the slots for them there. So yeah, they're very similar. This is also a 17-inch deep, so that's the same thing as the 450 millimeter. Okay, and they're roughly all the same. They come in like 40-something pounds. Weight capacity is similar, so for this one should be lower, something like 100. So 110, okay, so you can load up to 110 pounds, right? Perforated and glass door. And what I liked when I looked at this earlier is that the mounting locations here, 406.4 millimeters, which is 16 inches. Okay, so these are 16 on center, which is nice to see. Surprisingly, you'll see racks that are not 16 on center because they want you to mount on plywood and all that good stuff. But this, if you have a good mounting surface with studs, you can mount it directly. And so it comes with some, those are like those shoulder kind of bolts, looks like, and a mounting template. Very nice, and 2 keys. Okay, but otherwise, very similar. I can't quite tell if these side panels are lockable. I would think they are. Yeah, it does look like it. Okay, so those are the two. And you can see this comes in at 280, which surprisingly, I mean, these, when I've been buying these before, these were like $200, and the price just keeps increasing, 283. Same as this one, except this is a UniFi one, and it's pre-assembled, which is nice. So anyways, that's the smaller one. Then they have the 600 millimeter. And I wouldn't pay attention to this one. This is one they had the weight load up to 100 kilogram. Is a different one I think they tried before shipping, but it looks like, this is the one they're trying to ship in December. Same idea as the 450, a just deeper 600 millimeter, which now is not the 7-inch depth, it's the 24-inch depth here. Okay, so you have perforated or glass door. So this one's a little bit different, that you actually have a mounting bracket. Okay, so this is actually typical of other ones as well that I was talking about. where instead of having the mounting holes, and I guess it has to do with the size of the rack, it has a mounting bracket that you mount to, and then the whole rack slides on top onto those. So that's for the big one. That's a perforated one. Also has the fans in just a larger capacity, I believe. Yeah, so now up to 176 pounds from the 110, 80 kilograms for all of you asking, and the 450 was 60 kilograms or something. Come on, 50 kilograms. And so this one, the 600 millimeter 24 inch comes in at $399. And then two more, and that's the swing option. So it's even a bigger one. So it's just like the 600 millimeter, except it's even deeper to allow for the swing, right? So you have this whole mechanism back here, or bracket, like mounting. So you mount this and then this can swing, which can be nice. I never used ones like this, but I could see how it can be beneficial. So same thing, perforated and glass door options. This one's $100 more at $499. These look pretty good. I also think they're going to be selling really well, as long as there might be a shipping restriction to certain residential addresses due to the size and weight. So if that's not going to be a problem, then I think it will ship or sell very well. And we'll see what they do with the fans. But I mean, for the price, look, if we look again, the 450, 270, I'm just surprised that these are essentially the same price, except this is a UniFi one and assembled. But yeah, let me know, you guys, what you think. What you think about all the products that you've seen. But really curious if you want to try these UniFi rack cabinets. They look pretty sweet. And I will quickly mention that we are still waiting for the new G6 doorbells. You know, it just says Q4 2025 for both of these. So I know I'm not sure what that means. And we're also waiting for the hubs as well, the retrofit door access hubs. And these were supposed to, you know, work with door access and UniFi Protect applications. So maybe they're figuring that out. I don't know. But this might drop in December as well. So I will keep an eye on that. Oh, and of course, again, you already saw this before, but the UNAS 4 and the UNAS Pro 4 as well. Okay, so we're waiting on these two, Q4 2025. There's only 1 month left, just a couple weeks. So we'll see about that. So subscribe if you want to see the next video like this. And if this was helpful to you, please like the video as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments.